Hi, I'm Betty. Welcome to my kitchen. We're having a community picnic today, and my assignment is to bring a salad. And the one I've decided to do is a coleslaw that I learned when we were living in Virginia a number of years ago. It's slightly different in that it contains no mayonnaise, and the dressing is actually boiled. Now you'd think pouring a boiling dressing over the cabbage is going to make for a really soggy slaw. But you refrigerate this one for at least 4 hours, and all of that beautiful crispness returns to the cabbage and the other vegetables. It's a little different, and it's something I think you might enjoy. So the ingredients are a large cabbage, which as you can see I've cut in quarters, a cup of finely diced onion, and a cup of finely diced red pepper. Now the ingredients for the dressing are a cup of apple cider vinegar, 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil, and a teaspoon each of celery seed, not salt, but celery seed, dry mustard, and salt. So I'm going to start by pouring all of these ingredients into a pot, since they need to come to a boil, and they can do that while I'm shredding the cabbage. Our celery seed, the dry mustard, and the salt. I'm just going to give these a quick stir and put them on the stove to come to a boil. Of course, there are any number of ways you can shred your cabbage. You can use a nice sharp knife and do it manually. You can use a mandolin and shred it like so. This is a very efficient way of doing it. Of course, the other way to do it is in a food processor using a slicing blade. They come in various thicknesses, and you just use the one that you like. So I'm going to start shredding. I've left the core attached because it's going to make a nice handle for me to use as I get closer to the end. The last thing you want to do is shred your fingers on this extremely sharp blade. Using my impeccably clean fingers as always, I'm just going to add the last of my shredded cabbage to the bowl. Now I'm using a very large bowl. This will not be my serving bowl. You will see that the boiling dressing will deflate this cabbage somewhat. I'm going to add my red pepper and my chopped onion. It's interesting, the final taste of this is quite a bit more complex than the simple ingredients would indicate. I can tell by the smell of the dressing on my stove that it's simmering, so I'm just going to go over there and check it. In the time it took to prepare the vegetables, the dressing has come to a simmer, and we're all ready to just pour this over. Just give it a stir to mix all that up, and over it goes. I'm going to use 2 large forks to give this a toss. And as I said, this will go into the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, and I've got about 5 or 6 hours before our picnic. So this will be well and truly chilled and ready to serve. Just want to make sure it's well mixed and that all the cabbage is coated with the dressing. And that looks pretty good. So there we are, ready to go into the refrigerator. We're just about set to go down for our picnic. My coleslaw has been resting in the refrigerator, and it's cold and lovely and crispy. Just to show you, I'll take a little piece. Don't know if you can hear that crunch, but it is as crunchy as can be and quite delicious. Now the reason I do want to transfer it is because quite a bit of liquid comes out of the cabbage, and I'll be able to leave that in the bottom of the mixing bowl. And tongs are a very handy tool for doing this with. Of course, you can use green pepper in this recipe also, but I do like the contrast that the red makes. Just makes for a prettier salad. This also keeps well in the refrigerator for several days. You can see there's quite a bit of liquid has come out, and that is just all going to stay in the bowl. This is a really nice accompaniment to lots of the dishes that you'll be having at a picnic. Hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken and just about anything. Very refreshing. So there you have it, my Southern coleslaw. I hope it's a dish you'll enjoy.